Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to Sunday Morning Huckleberries. I'm Tyler Huckleberry. This is Jennifer Dubell Huckleberry. We're in love. And we've got things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
I love you.
Hope you're having a good weekend. And yeah. So what's up?
We got these cool conversation cards on clearance at Barnes & Noble. And so I picked out these two. What's your dream job? And that could be either like now or when you were a kid. Do you want me to go first?
I love pipe hangers.
Explain yourself.
Well, I've worked in a lot of volatile environments. And it's nice to have a more normal job with an HR team and stuff like that, instead of working for essentially small businesses who make their own rules or run a company because they can't work for anybody else, so they have to make their own thing. So now that I'm in a more adjusted thing, which, you know, I hope for anybody who wants that you find that too. It's a lot more calm and peaceful. My work doesn't come home with me. I'm very blessed and thankful for that. So right now I'm happy. I feel like in some ways my aspirations have kind of died, but also I feel like it's an adult thing.
Well, I think that's
to
also
be content, you know.
It was very different for the boomers and then us going into the work field, because we were fed like work hard, go to college, and you can achieve your dreams, and that's not true for the millennials.
College gives you more options, though.
Yes, I'm not negating the importance of college. I'm working on my master's right now, but I think when I think about my dream job from when I was a kid to like where I am now, that's changed because the trajectory of life has changed. Because if you asked me, teenage me, I wanted to be a movie star. Like, that was it. I loved acting and the whole world around that. Like I told you the other day, the red carpets and the premiere events and all of that. Like, that's what I wanted to do when I was younger. I was drawn more, even though I love stage acting, I was drawn more to film acting, because I, at that time, thought I was better at film acting than I was at stage acting. And then when I was in college, because I feel like I started to realize in college that that wasn't as obtainable for me. That then I wanted a job where I was still able to pursue my passions. And thankfully for me, I was able to learn that I'm also good at teaching. And then connect my love of theater and teaching. And what was hard is I got said a lot when I thought about leaving teaching from a variety of people. That was your dream job. Why are you leaving your dream job? And I'm like, that's not my dream job. That was my compromise. Like that, I think that I am good at it. And I do love my students so much. But that was never my dream job. If we talk about like dream job, that was never my dream job. And I guess that's maybe why when I thought about possibly another career change, it didn't hurt me as much, because that was a compromise. But it connects into...
What do you want to do as a kid?
Be a famous actress.
Okay. Mine was be a pastor or a lawyer.
Is that the Harvard connection there?
I don't want to talk about that.
Oh, okay. He doesn't want to talk about that.
But, yeah. I mean, I was raised where pastor was the best thing that you could possibly be, so why wouldn't I want to be that? And then lawyer, I always liked the art of argument and, you know, getting into the weeds with things. It actually kind of goes hand in hand in a way, psychologically, not.
Well, defending people and standing up for justice, if you're actually a lawyer that does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how they are in a similar vein.
Or they're the total opposite and corrupt and evil.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that could be anything, though. That could be absolutely anything.
Yeah.
But, no, my dream job has always been my job as a actress. But another reason why I wasn't upset that I had to settle with being a theater teacher was, as I grew up, I realized another big dream of mine, I don't consider this a job, was to be married and have kids. And that does not come easily with being a famous performer.
Yeah.
Actor, at least, a movie star. That does not come easy. And so that's why I'm okay that I'm a theater teacher right now in my life, because that allowed me to be the mom and wife I'd hoped to be. Like, they were both equal dreams for me. So, it's okay. But that is why I sometimes get a little salty when people are like, but theater teaching was your dream job. I'm like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'm okay with not right now having my dream job, because I'm thankful for what this job allows me to do. I can do community theater. I can be, as my boys get older, at their soccer games and things like that. And that's really important to me. Next question, because I like this one. If you were given
I also wanted to be, like, do music.
Oh, yeah. Talk about that. It's important.
Music stuff. I always liked poetry, and doing church music helped lead me into more music, and I really enjoyed that. I met some goals, but now I'm realizing that, man, as a art appreciator, there's talent way far beyond mine. Like, I still like poetry and writing short form things, but it's nice to be an art appreciator now.
Your art is still significant, though. Don't
yours
devalue
too.
your art. I don't.
Yours too.
No, there are, just like with intelligence, there are geniuses out there when it comes to music and dance and different things like that, in theater, but that, to me, doesn't downplay other art and how it's created.
Yeah.
And that whole process.
No, I feel like I reached the peak of what I'm qualified to do. Kind of that thing. I don't think I can do better than what's happened already. So it's kind of nice to close that chapter in a way and know that, you know what? Not everybody reaches out and tries their hardest to make something happen, and I was fortunate enough to do that. So I'm thankful for that. I don't regret any of it. But, yeah.
I like this next question because for me, it's different. It's not connected to being a famous movie star. If you were given the money to start a business, what kind would you start? You want to think about it while I go?
Okay.
I would have my own clothing fashion brand in a heartbeat, because it combines a lot of my passions and skills, and I'm sorry. The air conditioner turned on. Sorry, I didn't hit that. He tries to make sure the sound is really good. I thought about it during COVID. I thought about changing my master's to fashion, the business end of fashion you get.
Yeah.
And
just the knee.
And trying to have my own brand. Similar to how I was frustrated how Coach bought out Kate Spade and kind of watered it down. I wanted to bring back Kate Spade inspired Audrey Hepburn, classic but yet also fun, feminine line, but also like you're seeing a lot of lines too, but not the big ones. Inclusivity of size. There are some really cool brands coming out like Selkie and different ones that are making these beautiful dresses from extra extra small to 6X. And you don't see that. And that's exciting, you know, because I know that there's a lot of women who are curvier and they want to feel confident in what they're wearing and they're barely offered anything because of our very closed-minded view of what a woman should look like in America, you know? And so that super excites me because for me, and on the more affordable end, like quality but still affordable, because some of the high-end designers that I absolutely adore, I cannot afford them at all. And so just all of that together is something to make all women of all sizes feel good and express themselves artistically is really exciting to me, and I would love to do that.
Yeah. So if I was given the money to start a business, what kind... I think that's a very noble, sweet thing.
It's a little selfish. I love fashion.
If you were given the money to start a business, what kind would you start? I would not. I don't desire to be in charge. At all.
What about how we thought, and it's okay if you're still like, no. Remember how when we first got married, we were trying to figure out what to do, what careers to go in, because we got married right out of college, so we were just starting life. Mm-hmm. How we really were drawn and loved the family-owned coffee shops that had like open mic night and like a small little menu, how we had talked about doing that. I don't want to do that right now, but that's still like, if that were ever something that actually organically happens, like if I was given a whole bunch of money to start a business, that's another one that appeals to me too.
It's not lucrative. 90% of those businesses crash. I'm not interested in that either. I'm so cool and fun to talk to this morning with that. But I encourage you.
Well, no, that was an exciting thing when we thought about that.
I love supporting those kinds of businesses.
That was in the early stages of when your dad was starting his coffee business. So we were curious if that was something we could branch off from, you know. And I'm coming from I would have to see about 3, but for sure 2 generations of a family business with my pop-ups plumbing business and then my dad taking it on. I'm very much about like family businesses and where they can take you. I just like how it combined a lot of our passions, how we could encourage art, and even the things how a lot of those shops sell local artists' work and stuff. Like it ties in a whole bunch of things that you and I really like and appreciate. And I know those spaces when you and I were dating in college, we loved those spaces.
Yeah, that's true.
And I love Starbucks.
Maybe going in like a partnership
Starbucks,
on something like that would be cool.
Starbucks doesn't offer the open mic opportunities, or
I'm sure some do.
I hope so. That'd be cool. There's just something pretty cool, and I know it's not easy to be lucrative from it, but it's very cool to go and see those type of coffee shops. I was able to go the last time I was in North Carolina to visit Michelle to a new coffee shop. It was also a boba. It was like they shared the business, and half of it was boba and then half of it was coffee. And just hearing his story about how they started the business, I think they have more than one, and the space itself was really cool and different. Mm-hmm. I like those type of spaces, and I like too how am I going to word this? How it offers a space for people to meet and talk and spend time outside of the bar atmosphere. Not that I'm like downplaying bars, but since I've been trying to...
That was never really your scene, I think.
No, but there's something with the millennials switching off alcohol and stuff, you know, and but still wanting a place to meet, a place to talk, a place to see music, and I think that coffee shops are starting to offer that a little more, which is cool. And I like all of that together. And one of my students, who has given me several plants that make me happy, she wants to have a coffee shop like that also sells plants. Like, it's also a plant store and a coffee shop, and I think that's so cool too. Mm-hmm. So it just combined so many of my loves. Theater, talking with people, coffee, plants, it just opens up for a lot of opportunities. But I do agree that it's hard against like Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts and such for that to be something to sustain a family, mm-hmm. But that was fun dreaming about when we first got married, the possibility of us maybe doing that. That was exciting to me. I wasn't crushed that it didn't work out, but that was exciting for me to kind of dream about and think about and talk about.
It's not off the table.
I would rather...
What, you want to live on a beach?
I want to live on a beach.
How cute would it be, like in retirement,
to run a coffee shop at the beach?
Have a little coffee shop.
Yes.
Open mics.
Okay, done.
Things like that. No, I'm not. We can talk about it.
I'm trying to convince Tyler.
You were all witnesses.
So bad to retire at the beach. So I'm so glad that this is recording.
I have video proof that I did not shake your hand. This is not a legal agreement.
Oh my goodness. Could you sign this paper?
Just real quick. Don't look at it.
You don't need to read it. Just trust me. No, but if that's cute for later on. No, Charlie, not right now, sweetheart. But it would be the fashion brand for me if I could start my own business, because there was a part of me for a while that wondered, would I want to start a theater company or something like that. That's a lot. And even though I think I'm very good at what I do right now at my job, that's not something I'm highly interested in or something that I think I would be really successful at or that I want to learn more about.
You are very successful at it.
Running a theater business, like being in charge of a theater or something I'm talking about. That's why I would rather have my own fashion brand that I built up and promote.
So we got to work on how to get there. Like you got to take seamstress.
I'm kind of taking some baby steps with costuming a show, because I'm gonna learn how to do basic repairs and such, and that's why when I
seamstress actually drawing, designs, mm-hmm. which you don't really do that, so you probably should do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not interested in making that big of a career change for the next 10 years.
Okay, so not interested in working on it so you can be successful in 10 years.
No, I didn't say that. But at that beach house, now that you brought that up, the little beach business sounds delightful.
Well, we got a lot to talk about. I guess that's it, right? Mm-hmm. I love you.
I love you too.
I hope you have a good weekend.
Bye.